Hey y'all. So I'm starting to work all this out. The world is yours. 100%. Nobody really tells you like how.
Fire in the veins, I fight to gain, breaking all the rules to keep me sane.
How is the world yours? I'm going to jump into that a little bit. You can do anything you want to within reason as long as you start now, right now. The longer you prepare, the longer you wait, the more time passes by, the quicker somebody else is going to step into the space, and the harder it's going to be for you to move forward. So how do you make that happen? When I was 16 years old, I clearly remember I told a group of my friends I will retire by the age of 35. I'm 41 years old. Still not retired. Sort of. That little declaration told me a couple of things. Number one, nobody believes what you tell them you're going to do. They only believe what they can see and what you actually put forth through effort and action. Second thing, that's the first time I clearly remember declaring to people who were not necessarily in my innermost circle that I was going to do something impossible. It changed my mind frame in a way that kind of set me on the path to be where I'm at right now. I started thinking, what's the hardest thing I could do within my reach that's still possible? And of course, the military seemed feasible, and naturally, the United States Marine Corps. Both of my parents were Marines, so how hard could it be? Hard. There were so many people going into it that were like, you're never going to make it out of boot camp. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do. You absolutely can. 100%. Now, this was a radical change from who I had been growing up. Because prior Marine Corps, post Marine Corps, those are two completely different people. What that did was it showed me how much inner strength I actually did have. I've always looked at every challenge the exact same way. How hard is this? What's the first step? Once I figured out the first step, I can go to the next, and the next, and the next. This whole series is me doing that again, except for I'm showing you in real time. This is a guy that doesn't know how to podcast. Or vlog, whatever you want to call it. People want to lean on marketing hacks and sales gimmicks and social media hacks. While those things are great and beneficial to pointing traffic towards your business, they should not be your focus if you do not have an existing business. Focus on the work. That's everything. After the Marine Corps, for a period of time, my stepfather and I were working together, and we had a landscaping company. There towards the end, we didn't do any marketing. We relied solely on new business from word of mouth. And we got so much new business that we couldn't even keep up with everybody. With two of us running very efficient crews and trucks, we had to turn people away all of the time. But we were so good at what we were doing that we didn't mind saying no when we had to. And we were smart enough not to take on more than we could handle most of the time. I'm not doing these videos to blow me up as some kind of like superhuman. I'm showing you me stumbling through this. The gold is in doing the work. Do good work, you'll have good results. So this is me doing the work. And this whole video is telling you that you can have any career, job, future that you choose as long as you mindfully pursue that future. Several good books I could recommend on this, but I think I'm going to decide today that there's going to be a quote at the front of every one of these videos, and if you want to look for the book, it'll somehow be related to that quote, or I don't know, maybe I'll put a title and an author. Like I said, I'm figuring all this out. The world is yours as long as you go after it. And I'm about to do a trick.